Did you know that one simple vitamin could be the key to staying strong, steady, and independent, even at age 94? As we grow older, our legs often lose strength, making everyday tasks more difficult and increasing the risk of dangerous falls. But there's one powerful nutrient that can change everything. What is this vital vitamin, and how does it help protect your muscles, balance, and bones as you age? Let's uncover the secret to strong, healthy legs and why so many seniors are missing out. That vitamin is vitamin D, and its role in preserving leg strength is both powerful and underappreciated. While many people associate vitamin D with healthy bones, its influence on muscle strength and stability, particularly in the legs, is just as crucial, especially for older adults. As we age, it's natural for our muscle mass to decline, but this process can accelerate dramatically when the body lacks essential nutrients like vitamin D. This decline in strength often begins subtly, showing up in small ways: struggling to rise from a chair, feeling unsteady when walking, or needing to use handrails more often on stairs. Over time, these small challenges can lead to major risks, especially falls. Falling is not a minor issue. In fact, it's one of the leading causes of injury and hospitalization in people over 65. Statistics show that 1 in 4 seniors falls each year, and these incidents often result in broken bones, long-term disability, or even loss of independence. The strength of your legs plays a direct role in your ability to maintain balance and prevent these accidents, and vitamin D is a key player in keeping that strength intact. So how exactly does vitamin D support your leg muscles? First, it helps your body absorb calcium, which is critical for both bone density and muscle contraction. Without enough vitamin D, calcium absorption drops, which can weaken bones and reduce muscle effectiveness. Second, vitamin D acts directly on muscle cells, helping them grow and function properly. Studies have shown that low levels of vitamin D are linked to slower walking speed, reduced muscle mass, and poorer balance in older adults. One study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society revealed that seniors who took vitamin D supplements were 23% less likely to fall than those who didn't. Another study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that older adults with healthy vitamin D levels had stronger leg muscles and better mobility. The problem is that vitamin D deficiency is incredibly common among the elderly, largely because the body's ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight decreases with age. As a result, many seniors unknowingly live with low vitamin D levels, setting the stage for muscle weakness and instability. The good news? This situation can be reversed. By prioritizing vitamin D through sunlight, diet, or supplements, seniors can maintain leg strength, improve balance, and continue doing the things they love without fear of falling. It all starts with awareness and one powerful vitamin. Understanding how vitamin D supports leg strength is only the beginning. Beyond building and maintaining muscle, vitamin D plays a critical role in helping older adults prevent falls, one of the most serious health risks associated with aging. When vitamin D levels are too low, muscle strength declines. But what's even more alarming is the way this deficiency also affects balance, coordination, and neuromuscular control, creating a dangerous combination that can lead to life-changing injuries. As we've seen, leg strength is essential for basic movements like walking, standing up, or climbing stairs. But strength alone isn't enough. Balance and muscle responsiveness are equally important. Vitamin D contributes directly to the nervous system's ability to send signals between the brain and muscles, especially in the lower limbs. Without it, reactions slow down, coordination suffers, and the likelihood of losing stability increases dramatically. Several large-scale studies have demonstrated just how significant this relationship is. In one study published by the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, seniors who consistently took vitamin D supplements were shown to be 23% less likely to fall than those who didn't. This is not a small difference. It's the kind of result that could mean the difference between living independently and being hospitalized due to a fall-related injury. Another major study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that older adults with low vitamin D levels not only had weaker leg muscles, but they also walked more slowly and showed greater instability during movement. These findings make it clear vitamin D deficiency doesn't just make you feel weak, it physically compromises your body's ability to move safely. Falls aren't just accidents, they're serious events that can have lasting consequences. A single fall can result in a broken hip, head injury, or permanent mobility loss. According to health data, hip fractures are 22% less common in women over 65 who take vitamin D supplements regularly. These numbers are too important to ignore. What's concerning is that the majority of seniors don't even realize they're deficient in vitamin D. The signs, muscle fatigue, leg cramps, poor balance, are often dismissed as just part of getting older. But in reality, these are warning signs that the body isn't functioning as it should. The connection is clear. Vitamin D strengthens more than just your legs. It enhances your body's entire system of movement and stability, protecting you from one of the greatest threats to your long-term health and independence. So, if you've already started taking steps to maintain leg strength with vitamin D, the next natural benefit is increased safety. Preventing falls means protecting your freedom, your confidence, and your ability to move through life on your own terms. All it takes is attention to this one simple but powerful nutrient. If vitamin D is so essential for strength, balance, and fall prevention, you might wonder, why are so many seniors still at risk? The answer lies in a troubling fact. Vitamin D deficiency is surprisingly common among older adults, and in many cases, it goes completely unnoticed until serious consequences appear. As we explored earlier, low vitamin D levels weaken the muscles and impair balance, making falls more likely. But here's the deeper issue. Even though the importance of vitamin D is becoming better understood, a large percentage of seniors are still not getting enough of it. According to data from national health surveys, over 60% of people aged 65 and older have insufficient levels of vitamin D in their bodies. That's more than half of the elderly population at risk of weakened muscles, instability, and fractures, just because of a missing nutrient. This widespread deficiency is not due to a lack of awareness alone. One of the main reasons for this problem is that the body's ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight decreases significantly with age. In younger years, just 15 to 30 minutes of daily sunlight might be enough for healthy vitamin D production. But in older adults, the skin becomes thinner and less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D, even with the same exposure. Seniors who spend more time indoors or live in areas with limited sun, like regions with long winters, are at even greater risk. Additionally, appetite and dietary changes with age can make it harder to get enough vitamin D from food. Many seniors eat less overall, and the foods richest in vitamin D, such as fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified dairy, aren't always a regular part of their diet. Combine that with a reduced ability to absorb nutrients through the digestive system, and it's no surprise that deficiency becomes more likely. This lack of vitamin D has real-world consequences. Seniors with low vitamin D levels are twice as likely to suffer serious falls and fractures, and recovery from injuries is often slower due to weakened bones and muscles. Moreover, research from the New England Journal of Medicine revealed that hip fractures are 22% less common in women over 65 who take vitamin D supplements regularly. That's a significant reduction in one of the most devastating and disabling injuries for older adults. Perhaps most concerning is that vitamin D deficiency often presents subtly. Many seniors don't realize their constant fatigue, leg cramps, or difficulty balancing could be symptoms of a deeper issue. These signs are frequently brushed off as normal aging. But in truth, they could be early warnings of declining health due to vitamin D deficiency. So, as we learned in the previous section, vitamin D is essential to preventing falls. Now we understand why so many seniors are still vulnerable, because they're missing this vital nutrient without even knowing it. The good news? This is a problem with a clear solution. Awareness, testing, and proactive vitamin D intake can help turn the tide and restore strength, stability, and confidence to everyday life. As we've seen, vitamin D deficiency is extremely common among seniors. Yet what makes the situation even more concerning is how silent and subtle the symptoms can be. In many cases, older adults live with low vitamin D levels for months or even years without realizing it. That's because the body doesn't always send obvious warning signs. Instead, the symptoms often appear gradually and are easily mistaken for the normal aging process. But make no mistake, your body is constantly communicating. If you know what to look for, the signs of a vitamin D deficiency become much clearer and easier to address before they lead to serious problems like fractures or a major fall. One of the most common symptoms is muscle weakness, especially in the legs. Seniors might notice that they feel shaky or unstable when standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or walking long distances. This weakness isn't just about feeling tired. It's directly tied to how vitamin D supports muscle function. Without it, your muscles struggle to contract properly, and your strength slowly fades over time. Another red flag is frequent falls. As we explored earlier, poor balance and weak muscles are a dangerous mix. If someone begins falling more often or feels increasingly unsteady on their feet, it could be a sign their vitamin D levels are too low to support normal neuromuscular control. Leg cramps or spasms, especially at night, are also potential indicators. Vitamin D plays a vital role in muscle contraction and nerve communication. Without enough of it, seniors may experience restless legs, tightness, or painful muscle cramps that interfere with sleep and mobility. Bone discomfort is another symptom that's often overlooked. Many people associate bone pain with arthritis or general aging, but persistent aches in the legs, lower back, or joints may be the body's way of signaling weakened bones caused by poor calcium absorption, a direct consequence of vitamin D deficiency. Beyond physical discomfort, a lack of vitamin D can also slow down wound healing. Whether it's a small cut or a bruise, if it takes unusually long to recover, it might be due to the body lacking the vitamin needed for proper tissue repair and immune function. As noted in the previous section, the issue is that these symptoms, cramping, fatigue, instability, aches, are often dismissed as just getting older. But when looked at through the lens of nutrition, they paint a clear picture. The body is struggling due to a lack of this essential vitamin. The good news is that identifying a deficiency is simple. A routine blood test can measure vitamin D levels, and once confirmed, correction is easy and highly effective through supplements, sunlight, and dietary changes. In short, understanding these early warning signs could be the key to avoiding long-term consequences. After all, what seems like mild fatigue or leg discomfort today might actually be your body asking for help, before something worse, like a dangerous fall, happens tomorrow. Recognizing the early signs of vitamin D deficiency, like leg weakness, cramps, poor balance, and slow wound healing, is the first critical step. But once these symptoms are identified, the next question is, how can seniors naturally restore and maintain healthy vitamin D levels? The answer begins with the most basic and accessible source of all, sunlight. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin because the body produces it naturally when the skin is exposed to ultraviolet B, UVB, rays from the sun. This process is incredibly efficient in younger individuals, but unfortunately, aging skin becomes far less capable of converting sunlight into usable vitamin D. In fact, seniors produce about 75% less vitamin D from the same sun exposure as a younger adult. This means that older adults have to be far more intentional about how and when they get sun. Spending just 20 to 30 minutes in direct sunlight 3 to 4 times a week can make a meaningful difference in vitamin D production, especially when the sun is strongest, typically between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. During these hours, UVB rays are at their peak, allowing for more efficient vitamin D synthesis. The face, arms, and legs should be exposed without sunscreen for maximum effect, though caution should be taken not to burn. However, many seniors spend the majority of their time indoors, whether due to mobility challenges, health conditions, or simply lifestyle habits. Those who live in areas with long winters, heavy cloud cover, or high pollution also receive significantly less UVB radiation year-round. As a result, millions of older adults aren't getting enough sunlight to maintain healthy vitamin D levels, even if they go outside occasionally. For those in sun-limited environments or with sensitive skin, a practical alternative is a vitamin D lamp or light therapy device. These specially designed lamps emit UVB rays that mimic natural sunlight and can stimulate the skin to produce vitamin D, just like being outdoors. While they aren't a substitute for fresh air or exercise, they can be incredibly effective, especially in the winter months. Even though sunlight is the most natural source, it's also the most inconsistent, especially for seniors. That's why it's important to combine smart sun exposure with other sources, such as food and supplements, which we'll explore in the next section. But it all begins with awareness. Without regular sunlight, the risk of vitamin D deficiency increases drastically. And with it comes weakness, instability, and all the signs we explored earlier. To stay strong and steady, seniors should treat sunlight not just as a comfort, but as a critical component of their daily health routine. A short walk outside, a few minutes of gardening, or simply sitting on the porch during midday hours can have a profound impact on physical strength and overall vitality. While sunlight remains the most natural way for the body to produce vitamin D, it's clear that for many seniors, relying on sun exposure alone simply isn't enough. As discussed earlier, aging skin produces less vitamin D, and many older adults spend limited time outdoors, especially during colder seasons or in regions with minimal sunshine. That's why it's essential to supplement sunlight with vitamin D-rich foods, helping the body maintain healthy levels year-round. Although vitamin D isn't found abundantly in many foods, there are several key dietary sources that can make a big difference when included regularly in a senior's diet. One of the best sources is fatty fish, such as salmon, mackerel, sardines, and tuna. Just a single 3.5-ounce serving of cooked salmon, for instance, contains around 570 IU, international units, of vitamin D, which covers a substantial portion of the daily requirement for older adults. Egg yolks are another helpful source. Each egg yolk provides about 40 IU of vitamin D, and while that might seem small, it can add up over the course of a week, especially when combined with other sources. For vegetarians or those with dietary restrictions, egg yolks can be a versatile option in meals ranging from breakfast to dinner. Another major contributor to dietary vitamin D intake is fortified foods. Many everyday items such as milk, yogurt, cheese, orange juice, and breakfast cereals are fortified with vitamin D, meaning that manufacturers add the nutrient to help prevent deficiencies. For seniors who may struggle with appetite or limited diets, choosing fortified versions of familiar staples can be an easy and effective strategy. An often overlooked but powerful plant-based source of vitamin D is mushrooms, particularly those that have been exposed to sunlight or UV light during their growth. These mushrooms naturally produce vitamin D, specifically D2, making them the only non-animal food that can do so. Including mushrooms in meals a few times a week is an excellent option for vegetarians, or those looking to diversify their vitamin D sources. However, it's important to note that diet alone often isn't enough to meet the body's full vitamin D needs, especially in older adults. While food sources help boost daily intake, they rarely provide the complete amount required for optimal health, especially if one's starting levels are low due to age or lifestyle. That's why combining a nutrient-rich diet with sunlight exposure and potentially supplements is often necessary for seniors to stay strong, balanced, and resilient. As we learned in the previous section, sunlight can jumpstart vitamin D production, but diet acts as a steady backup, filling in the gaps when sun exposure falls short. Together, these two strategies form the foundation of a smart, sustainable approach to maintaining healthy vitamin D levels. And for those who still struggle to meet their needs despite sun and food, that's where high-quality supplementation, which we'll explore next, becomes essential. While including vitamin D-rich foods in your diet, such as fatty fish, eggs, fortified dairy, and mushrooms, is a smart and effective strategy. It often isn't enough on its own, especially for older adults. As we discussed, aging skin absorbs less sunlight, and many seniors don't consume enough vitamin D through diet alone. That's why, for a large portion of the elderly population, taking vitamin D supplements becomes not just helpful, but necessary. Even with regular sunlight and a balanced diet, studies show that many seniors still fall short of the recommended daily intake. This is particularly true for individuals who have limited mobility, chronic health conditions, or dietary restrictions. For them, supplementation is often the most reliable and consistent way to maintain optimal vitamin D levels and prevent deficiency-related health risks. So, how much vitamin D should seniors be taking? According to health guidelines, adults over age 70 should aim for 800 to 2,000 IU, international units, of vitamin D per day, depending on individual needs and current blood levels. While some may get a portion of that from food or sunshine, supplements help fill the gap safely and effectively. When choosing a supplement, it's important to focus on the most effective form, vitamin D3, cholecalciferol. This is the same type your body produces naturally from sunlight, and it has been shown to be more bioavailable and better absorbed than vitamin D2, ergocalciferol, which is sometimes found in plant-based sources. D3 supplements come in various forms: capsules, tablets, soft gels, drops, and can be easily integrated into a daily routine. Since vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, it's best absorbed when taken with a meal that contains healthy fats, such as avocado, nuts, or olive oil. Taking your supplement with breakfast or lunch, especially if those meals contain some dietary fat, can significantly improve absorption and overall effectiveness. It's also crucial that seniors speak with a healthcare provider before starting any new supplement. A simple blood test can determine your current vitamin D levels and help tailor the right dosage for your individual health status. This is especially important for those already managing conditions, like osteoporosis, kidney disease, or autoimmune disorders, where vitamin D needs may vary. Another benefit of supplementation is its long-term safety and affordability. High-quality vitamin D3 supplements are widely available, inexpensive, and easy to store. When taken consistently, they not only support stronger muscles and bones, but also enhance immunity, energy levels, and overall vitality, helping seniors stay mobile and independent. As we've seen, even with sunlight and diet, gaps can remain. That's why supplementing with vitamin D is one of the most powerful and practical tools seniors have for preserving leg strength, preventing falls, and improving quality of life. And as we'll explore next, pairing your vitamin D supplement with another key nutrient, magnesium, can make it even more effective. After establishing how essential vitamin D supplements are for seniors, especially when diet and sunlight aren't enough, the next crucial piece of the puzzle is understanding how to help the body absorb and use vitamin D effectively. Taking a supplement is only part of the solution. To truly unlock its benefits, your body also needs the right nutritional support, and that's where magnesium comes in. Magnesium is a key mineral that works hand in hand with vitamin D. In fact, your body cannot properly activate or utilize vitamin D without enough magnesium. Think of vitamin D as the key to strong muscles and bones, and magnesium as the hand that turns the key. Without that hand, the key remains unused, no matter how much of it you have. This connection becomes especially important for older adults who are not only prone to vitamin D deficiency, but are also commonly low in magnesium. This double deficiency can be particularly harmful, reducing the effectiveness of vitamin D supplements and limiting the body's ability to build muscle, maintain bone density, and regulate movement and balance. So, how exactly does magnesium support vitamin D function? It helps with the enzymatic processes needed to convert vitamin D into its active form in the body. Without magnesium, vitamin D remains in an inactive state, and its benefits, like improved leg strength, balance, and fall prevention, are greatly diminished. Additionally, magnesium also plays a direct role in muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and inflammation control, which further enhances mobility and stability in seniors. The good news is that magnesium can be obtained through a balanced diet. Some of the best magnesium-rich foods include leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard, whole grains such as brown rice, quinoa, and oats, nuts and seeds, including almonds, cashews, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds, legumes like black beans and lentils, dark chocolate, in moderation. However, just like vitamin D, magnesium intake through diet alone is often not enough, especially in older adults with limited appetite, digestive issues, or restrictive eating habits. That's why magnesium supplements may also be recommended to complement vitamin D intake. These supplements are available in various forms, such as magnesium citrate, glycinate, or oxide, with magnesium glycinate being known for its good absorption and minimal digestive side effects. Before starting magnesium supplementation, it's important to consult a healthcare provider to ensure the correct dosage and form for your individual health needs, especially if you're already taking medications or other supplements. In short, vitamin D and magnesium form a powerful duo. While vitamin D strengthens muscles and bones, magnesium ensures that your body can actually use it. When combined, these two nutrients significantly enhance balance, leg strength, and mobility, helping seniors stay active, independent, and safe from falls. And now that we know how to support vitamin D's effectiveness, the final step is understanding how long it takes to see real, measurable results, which we'll explore next. Once you begin combining vitamin D with magnesium, you're giving your body the essential tools it needs to activate, absorb, and utilize both nutrients effectively. But as with any health improvement, one important question remains. How long does it take to actually feel the difference? For many seniors, the desire for stronger legs, better balance, and fewer falls is urgent. But the body works on its own timeline, and patience and consistency are key. The good news is that, with regular supplementation and healthy habits, most people begin noticing improvements within weeks to months. In fact, the timeline for vitamin D's effects has been well documented through studies and clinical observation. In the first 2 weeks, many seniors report reduced muscle cramps and spasms, especially in the legs at night, slight increases in energy and mood, as vitamin D also supports brain and immune function. Improved sleep quality, since both vitamin D and magnesium help regulate the body's natural rhythms. These early changes are subtle but encouraging. They show that your body is responding to better nutrient support. By 1 month, improvements often become more noticeable. Leg strength begins to increase, especially when paired with light physical activity like walking or gentle stretching. Balance and stability feel more natural, making everyday movements like standing up, climbing stairs, or walking across the room easier. Fewer minor stumbles or near falls, indicating improved neuromuscular coordination. At this stage, vitamin D and magnesium have had time to replenish your system and start supporting healthy muscle and nerve function. If a senior has been struggling with chronic fatigue, unsteadiness, or recurring cramps, this is often when they begin to feel hope return. After 3 months, studies show more dramatic benefits. A measurable increase in bone density and muscle mass, up to 31% fewer falls reported among seniors who maintain vitamin D supplementation, stronger, more stable legs, leading to greater independence and confidence in mobility, better overall posture, fewer aches, and improved physical resilience. According to long-term research, consistent supplementation for 3 to 6 months can lead to a 40% reduction in fracture risk and a 35% improvement in muscle strength. That's not just impressive, it's life-changing. It's important to understand that results vary depending on individual health status, starting vitamin D levels, and lifestyle habits. Those who pair supplementation with a nutritious diet, regular, even light, exercise, and some sun exposure often see the most benefit. But no matter where you start, the message is clear. Consistent effort brings real, visible change. Vitamin D isn't a quick fix, but it is a powerful long-term ally in helping seniors maintain their mobility, independence, and quality of life. And perhaps the most encouraging truth? It's never too late. Even at age 94, taking the right steps today can mean walking more confidently tomorrow. Because strength doesn't just come from youth, it comes from action, knowledge, and a daily commitment to care. Vitamin D plays a vital role in maintaining health, especially strong legs and balance as we age. If you found this content helpful, please subscribe to the channel so you won't miss future videos. And if you enjoyed it, comment the number 1, along with your age and where you live, so I can create more useful content tailored to different age groups. Wishing you great health and lots of happiness with your family.